3, 2, 1. Okay.
Cool. All right. What's up, everybody? It has been a minute.
How has Carlos PenaVega and his wife made their family lives part of their careers? Is Kendall Schmidt leaving Hollywood to become an astronaut? And did James Maslow really just hint at a possible Big Time Rush reunion tour? Hi, I'm Janet, and let's get into it. Carlos PenaVega.
We are in this together, all right? We love you guys so much. Spread that love, spread that aloha, and who knows, a lot to look forward to at the end of this. See you guys soon.
Oh, yeah.
Carlos PenaVega got his start on TV when appearing in NBC's medical drama, ER. He also appeared on Judge Amy and Nickelodeon's Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. Once he joined the cast of Big Time Rush, Carlos became well known for his wisecracking, fun-loving character, Carlos Garcia. After the band stopped performing in 2014, he released 2 singles that kickstarted his solo career. And in 2016, he also performed in Fox's Grease Live as Kaniki. Outside of music, Carlos continued to dabble in voiceover work, but none of his projects quite hit home like Big Time Rush did. When he's not working, Carlos spends his time at home with his wife, Alexa, who he's actually been married to since 2014. That means the Carlos you knew and love wasn't as single as you thought. Carlos and Alexa consistently work together, including appearing on the same season of Dancing with the Stars in 2015 and acting in a variety of Hallmark movies. Like James, they also took to YouTube to document their personal lives and adventures with their children.
What is up?
Good morning.
Guys, we are, I hurt my hand yesterday. Ow, I just sat on it, I just leaned on it again. What's up, boys? You wanna come say hi?
Can you imagine the goofy, ever so slightly reckless Carlos Garcia as a family man?
Oh yeah, and while Alexa was gone, Ocean fractured one of his bones, and now he has a cast. Welcome to the show. Kingston, say, let's go.
It's definitely not out there, but thinking of him all grown up, raising 2 kids, it definitely makes you miss the young, fun-loving days of BTR. Aside from being in the spotlight, Carlos works with Bethany, a global nonprofit that raises money for families to live a self-sustainable life and provides social family services where it's needed. Sweet, right? Well, not as sweet as his and Alexa's outro on their channel.
I'm gonna end this and then we'll give this to him, but much love, God bless, and as always, chop liver. Woo!
Looks like Carlos will always stay Carlos no matter what. The real question is, what about his co-stars? Logan Henderson. Logan Henderson's first TV appearance was on Friday Night Lights, and after that, he quickly landed the role of geeky Logan Mitchell on BTR, who was always getting his fellow bandmates out of trouble. Despite how much we enjoyed him on the show, Logan decided to take a break from both acting and music after the show ended. In 2017, he said in an interview that he had needed a break from the time-consuming, high-pressure obligations related to his career. This is understandable, of course, considering how he spent most of his late teens in the spotlight and being unable to enjoy life like he wanted to. Of all his fellow co-stars, Logan was the only one who didn't continue on with screen work. But that doesn't mean he didn't reignite his music career. Most recently in 2019, he released both singles, End of the World and Disappear. And his page on Spotify currently has 59,000 listeners on average. Not too bad for someone who took a little break, right? Well, Logan doesn't seem to think so. Despite not making it as big as people would have wanted him to during his BTR days, Logan considers his goal in life to see the world and focus on his mental health. According to his Instagram collaboration with fellow previous co-stars, Logan was just as excited about BTR hitting Netflix as fans were. Looks like even though he doesn't particularly like to stand out these days, he's definitely not ashamed of what he did when he was younger. Why would he be, when the only shame around here is fans not being able to see more of Logan on our screens? Speaking of standing out, Kendall Schmidt recently took to Instagram to announce something literally out of this world, but more on that in a second. Ciara Bravo. Before Kiara nabbed a role in the musical sitcom, she didn't even know she wanted to become an actress. Her biggest dream as a little girl was to become a jockey when she was older, and she was very into horseback riding. Unlike her co-stars, Kiara's role in BTR was her breakout role. Kiara said even though she was unsure, she took the opportunity and decided to run with acting. So, with Kiara not initially planning on acting, how did she feel about it once the show came to an end? Well, you'll be happy to know that Kiara is still on the big screen. Literally. Most recently, she starred opposite the amazing Tom Holland in their new Apple TV movie, Cherry. You might also have seen her in various series and movies, including Neighbors, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Red Band Society. Looks like Big Time Rush was all Kiara needed to be bitten by the acting bug, and I'm sure over the coming years, we'll be seeing a lot more of her. Kendall Schmidt. This may be hard to believe, but it has been over 10 years since Big Time Rush premiered on Nickelodeon. Yup, the hilarious series aired its first episode in 2009, and when it concluded in 2013, an era came to an end. Before he joined the BTR cast, Kendall Schmidt was already an established child actor, with appearances on shows like Gilmore Girls and Without a Trace. He was also in a band with Dustin Belt called Heffron Drive. After being cast as Kendall Knight, he quickly became a fan favorite as the series' charming lead. But once the show ended, what became of the bright-eyed jokester? Well, you'll be happy to know that he returned to his band and continued to act. The return to his band happened less than a year after the show's finale, and Heffron Drive continued to release music from 2014 to 2018, when they won the iHeartRadio Festival's Rising Star competition. In terms of acting, Kendall starred in the YouTube series Are You There, God? It's Me, Margot, and the Nickelodeon TV adaptation of School of Rock. Since then, however, Kendall seems to have focused more on his music, having announced on his Instagram that he was releasing a vocal pack with the music collaboration platform Splice, meaning his vocals are made available to other creators to add their own styles of music. Surprisingly enough, in March 2021, Kendall posted a submission video on Instagram to join the Dear Moon Project, a lunar tourism project that aims to send 8 civilians to the moon and back.
I signed up to spread awareness, and I signed up to give and get perspective. In reality, this journey isn't about the moon at all. We see the moon every night from a distance, but we never really see ourselves.
Did you ever think you'd see Kendall Knight applying to go to space? If he does end up making the cut, he'll be a singer, actor, and an astronaut. How's that for a resume? James Maslow. After making his debut on iCarly, James Maslow landed the role of James Diamond on BTR. You might remember his character as slightly ditzy and a whole lot obsessed with his face, but that didn't make him any less cute. After the show's end, James went on to star in several series and movies, none of which were really a fit. Quite surprisingly, though, he placed fourth on ABC's Dancing with the Stars, and he even joined the 2018 cast of Celebrity Big Brother. It's safe to say that James stayed behind the camera. But what about the microphone? The answer is yes. James continued to work as a musician, releasing the pop solo album How I Like It in 2017, and the single Love You Sober in 2019. Aside from professional projects, James keeps his fans entertained on his YouTube channel, which he uses to document his day-to-day life and music career. More recently, during the 2020 pandemic, he used his platform to chat with several other actors, artists, and creators, alongside his girlfriend, Caitlin.
What's up, guys? We're gonna let everybody settle in here.
Okay.
Welcome.
1 minute?
Yeah. Welcome to our first official
Live.
home with James and Caitlin.
And the pair didn't just do interviews and chats, but they also gave us a little glimpse into what pandemic life was like for them.
All right, we got the essentials.
Gloves.
Rubber gloves.
And. Oh,
Bandana.
oh, wait.
We don't have masks, so we're trying not to go in.
Yeah, we don't want to take masks from people that actually need them.
Much like the rest of the population, the two of them were briefly freaked out when they started running low on toilet paper, and they made sure to quickly stock up on the essentials.
Paper towels, false advertising. There's not a damn thing here. Zero things. I don't get it. Everybody, all right.
Needless to say, the two of them didn't end up getting any toilet paper. It still made for an entertaining video, though. And speaking of entertaining videos, James wouldn't be a real YouTuber without his own clothing and merch line, which includes hoodies, sweats, and accessories that bring consumers that vacation feeling even when at home. What do you think about everything James has been up to? Looks like James has it way more together than his BTR character. So much together, in fact, that he might be reassembling the band soon. Yep, you heard right. James recently said that he and the boys have all been hanging out virtually during the pandemic and actually talking about the idea of a reunion tour.
So when things are safe and calm down, we all want to get back on the road, and it's very possible we'll do some stuff together. So if and hopefully when that happens, Abby would love to see you at a show.
Every BTR fan's dream, right? Well, keep your fingers crossed. Who knows? Maybe after the tour, they might consider a reunion special too. Only time will tell. Stephen Kramerglickman, the infamous Gustavo Roque, the driving force behind the BTR boys, was portrayed by Stephen Kramerglickman. Since hanging up his hat and no longer having to yell at the boys every few minutes, Stephen has been lending his voice to multiple animated productions, including White Fang, Storks, and the currently in post-production Monster Hunter: Legends of the Guild. Before Steven joined his younger co-stars on the Nickelodeon series, he got his start performing live theater and even was cast on Last Comic Standing. So it makes sense that he still periodically performs stand-up comedy. Aside from acting and making jokes, Steven also hosts The Nighttime Show and Never Surrender podcast for conversations in and about Hollywood. And even though people don't always tend to think of Steven when Big Time Rush comes up, that doesn't mean he isn't still close with his previous co-stars. In 2020, when the boys released a collaboration video of them singing Worldwide, Steven shared it on his own YouTube channel, titling the video, My Boys Bring Fire, Big Time Rush Sings Worldwide. Touching, isn't it, to see them all still supporting each other more than 10 years later? What do you think about where the cast members ended up? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching!